Hey, so I'm Frank Vagnone. I'm president and CEO of Old Salem. This is the fourth house, and I'm on Main Street in the middle of the historic district. I know it seems a little odd that in the middle of this crisis, I'm on a ladder cleaning the windows and about to start to paint them. But really, it's the way I think about what we do here at Old Salem. I mean, the very core of why we're here is to maintain these buildings and keep these stories alive, even through troubled times. And we all know there have been a lot of troubled times since this house was built. And this house itself has been restored a handful of times. And each time our scholarship got better and the building itself changed in appearance, but we got closer and closer to a more authentic understanding of what the fourth house was like. You know, in many ways, that's the way I feel about where we are right now with this virus crisis. And that is that we're really just quite simply at a point where we get to reconsider and rethink not only larger cultural issues, of course, political and policy-making decisions, but we also have the ability right now to be thinking about, for instance, Old Salem, who we serve, who we want to serve in the future, the kinds of things that we can do that maybe before we weren't so comfortable doing, but now we realize that we can serve a much larger audience by thinking more broadly, not just thinking about the kind of bricks and mortar of the fourth house, but thinking about the larger story, for instance, of what the fourth house can teach us. One of the stories that we know about this house is that during one of the smallpox epidemics, that the people who lived inside of this house had smallpox. And at that time, there was a regulation that you had to hang a red flag in the window for as long as the doctor said that you had the virus. And as soon as you were okay, you took the red flag down. You know, in many ways, that's kind of where we are right now. It's not that different than in history when we were putting up the red flag and kind of noting that we were in a really difficult time. I'm the first one to admit that we're in a difficult time, not only internationally, but even specifically when we speak about Old Salem. And then for me personally, my friends and colleagues here at Old Salem who keep this place running, they're all at home now. They've all been kind of sequestered with their families, and that's precisely where they should be. But you know, it won't always be like that, and we'll be called back to take care of what we love here at Old Salem. And so that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm cleaning the windows. That's why I'm going to be painting the windows, because I'm preparing for when we all come back. I'm preparing for when all 45,000 of our school kids come back to Old Salem. It will happen. And if I have anything to say about it, we will be stronger. We will be more secure. We will be more able to teach history, just like the fourth house. We'll be able to manage exactly the kind of focus that we'd like to grow into. So if I were to say one thing to everybody, I first would acknowledge this is a difficult time. I have 3 daughters in 3 separate cities, all of them in lockdown, and all of them in high-risk population categories. So am I concerned? Absolutely. But I'm also very concerned with everyone who works at Old Salem and our larger community and all of the school kids that come and visit us. So for me, my concern is so multi-leveled, but at the same time, I still am concerned about the fourth house. So somewhere in the middle of all that, we've got to take a deep breath. We have to realize we've been here before. We unfortunately may be here again. And we got this. We've done it before. We can do it now. Thank you.